guys, so I have an extra story for you today. Chinese space station crashes to Earth. So as you guys know, on Friday we talked all about the out-of-control space station satellite that was going to crash land on Earth sometime within the next couple of days. Well, it's happened. For those of you who don't know, I'll do a little recap from Friday's video. This Chinese space station is called Tiangong-1. This is China's highest profile space project, which launched back in September of 2011 as a prototype for China's ultimate space goal, which was and still is to get a permanent space station up there, which they are hoping to launch in 2022. This particular station was designed to be a testbed for robotic technologies. Well, last week it was brought to our attention that this space station would be breaking apart from the Earth's atmosphere sometime between March 30th and April 2nd. This was because back in 2016 the space station stopped operating. It was out of fuel and could no longer be controlled by teams on the ground. So it was basically just circling around the Earth. But over time it was losing altitude and speed, so when it reached an altitude of 43 miles, that's when it would make its return to Earth. Now this is super terrifying because there was no way to pinpoint where the pieces of the torn apart space station would land. Except Antarctica, that was the only non-possible fall zone. We were also informed that some of these fragments that would be coming down could be as heavy as 220 pounds. So yeah, they could definitely cause some damage. Luckily upon re-entry most of the parts were burned, which was expected to happen, so that was a relief. The space station re-entered the Earth's atmosphere at 17,000 miles per hour this morning and luckily landed in the middle of the South Pacific. Most people were suspecting this would hopefully be the case, as the planet is mostly covered by ocean. Now while we're lucky it did land in the ocean, it narrowly missed Tahiti, which as we all know is a tourist hotspot. Before its descent, scientists monitoring the spacecraft did say they expected that it would most likely burn up and would pose only a slight risk to people. They did warn that if this debris happened to crash onto land, that people should refrain from coming into contact with it, as any debris would be carrying hydrazine, which is a highly toxic rocket fuel, so people were told to refrain from touching it and inhaling the fumes. But luckily this all seemed to work out for the best and no one was hurt. Now I want to know what you guys think. With the advances this space station made, do you think there's a chance that they will get a more permanent space station up there for 2022? Let me know your thoughts down below and thank you as always for watching.